Hello, I am Jyotirvid Pavan Kumar. Today I would like to talk about a very sacred, universal scripture. It is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita doesn't belong to any specific religion. It's universal. It contains universal knowledge. Knowledge which can give you the true art of living. But the problem is that Bhagavad Gita, if you take only the literal meaning of shlokas, you don't get much. Bhagavad Gita, like many other scriptures, is in coded form. It needs to be decoded. Well, an ordinary person cannot do that, but our two wise sages, they provided the key for decoding it. Now, the very first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, of first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, is not paid any attention to generally. But this shloka is very important, and by following this shloka only, you can transform your life. Now, first of all, let me recite this first shloka of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yujsva mamaka pandava sachaiva kim kurvata sanjaya. Now the literal meaning of this shloka is that the blind king Dhritarashtra inquires from his honest advisor, who was also his charioteer, that when my sons, Kurus, and sons of the Pandavas, they gathered together in the field of battle, Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra, for a battle of supremacy, then what was the outcome? This is a little meaning. But here the words used in the sloka, they don't have direct meaning, they are coded. So the sages, wise sages, who provided us the key, according to that, the blind king Dhritarashtra is our mind, which is blind. You will agree that our mind doesn't have wisdom. It just wanders here and there and gets attracted to wrong things. So it's blind. We can say that mind is blind. Sanjaya is here represents impartial introspection, power of impartial introspection. See, you can lie to others, but you cannot lie to yourself. If you sit in meditation and afterwards you introspect, then you know your faults. You know where you are wrong. So this Sanjaya represents here the impartial power of introspection, which we all have. Kurus are hundreds in numbers. They represent our negative qualities. They represent wicked, impulsive, mental and sense tendencies which take us on the wrong path. And Pandavas, which are only 5 in number, they represent good qualities which help you in righteous living. Those are the good tendencies, discriminative tendencies, which tend to keep you on the right path. Kurukshetra means field of action. So Kurukshetra is our body, because all actions take place inside our body. Dharmakshetra is again our body. Dharmakshetra means sacred field. So our body is sacred because our soul or over self resides in it, works through it, so it is sacred. So Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra represents our body. So when you decode it, then this battle didn't take place anywhere outside in physical. This battle goes on always inside each one of us, in our mind. and which side wins, that decides our spiritual evolution. So each one of us who desires self-realization, who desires spiritual evolution, spiritual development, must every night before sleep sit in introspection and inquire from yourself through your power of introspection, that today, uh, in a battle between your good tendencies and bad tendencies, which side is winning? What happened? If you inquire each night before going to sleep, then next day you will be prepared to fight this battle in the right way, and you will soon be a winner in the battle of life, and your spiritual development will be very, very fast. I hope you like this video. I will keep giving you information on new topics. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much.